What do you look for to prevent Luigi from doing what he did?
The story you told is not a complete story.
Okay.
What's missing is the time which they've been looking for him. His mother's not spoken to him in almost a year and a half. They've been trying to find him. The injury that he had, also what he was like in college, what actually happened after he went to prep school to college, where he became radicalized. It's very obvious, right? He hated capitalism. He was able to hate capitalism, think about this, because he never went through the process of having to earn. Everything was given to him. So he had everything he could ever dream of. So capitalism looks ugly to someone who's never had time to do it. This kid, there are a lot of people in green that are celebrating this kid people.
That's right.
They're red. Their psychology is red. They're pretending they're egalitarian, but they really are. I want what I want the way I want it.
Wow.
But it's socially acceptable. It's the same way that people do virtue signaling. After he went to prep school to college, where he became radicalized. It's very obvious, right?
No, Tony, it's not because he was radicalized in college. It's because of these companies denying people their claims for their medical bills, oftentimes leaving these people in ruins. It's amazing seeing this guy doing mental jujitsu, blaming anything but what the main reason for this incident was.
Somebody that's like, it's my way or the highway. I get what I want, whether it serves you or not. So those red people say, oh, the company turned down. Yeah, the company may have done some terrible things. I don't know the absolute numbers. I don't know all the details. I don't think anybody really does. But then you address that in a different way. That's what a court system's for. That's what legislation's for. That's what options are for of those natures.
Yeah, it's not that easy to take these companies to court. These companies got teams of lawyers, and an average American would have to break their bank while simultaneously trying to figure out a way to pay their medical bills. These two aren't really fooling anyone with their mental gymnastics, though. Patrick's own comment section is calling him out on it. Just look at this. I had to earn everything yet. For some reason, I identify with the kid. Next comment. I am glad to see the comments see through their BS. Genuinely, how do we know he was anti-capitalistic? Yep, I agree with that. But somehow that will still go over Tony's head. How do we stop this from happening again? Clean the corruption in our country. This was a severe amount of mental gymnastics. I hope you guys get the point here. Everyone seems to be on the same page except for these out-of-touch businessmen. But then again, Patrick made his money allegedly through a pyramid scheme. CoffeeZilla made a great video about it, and Tony dabbles in all that self-help slop. So what can you expect from these people? These insurers are so outright evil that even their ex-employees are now exposing them.
Each policy that led us to have to follow these procedures, but more or less, we weren't given proper instruction to actually pay the claim, and there wasn't enough monies in certain files in certain companies to pay medical claims. So we would have to just get the client off the phone as fast as we could, and then if they weren't liking what we were saying from the script, then we would just call a supervisor and they would stand behind us. And while I was crying, they were laughing.
You would actually cry on the job sometimes?
Oh my gosh. It was so sad. It was so heartbreaking. I was the bad guy every single day. Does that not feel good to anyone? Like, that doesn't feel good to me.
And by the way, he never really got over his red.
There's a lot of those guys right now, Tony.
Well, think of it this way. If you thought about Vietnam, there were a lot of people that were saying, I'm not going overseas.
Right. This episode was a total clown show. These two probably relate more to these insurers than the regular hardworking American, hence the word salad, to throw Luigi supporters under the bus. All right, guys, if you liked the video, I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so if you could help me out. And lastly, thanks for watching.